Hi everyone, I'm playing FTL. This is Sector 7, about halfway through. We have a bit of an interesting string of fights here. The previous fight was really interesting. We had an asteroid field, a ship with a BL2, a BL3, and a small bomb. Unfortunately, I forgot to press record, so you're not gonna see that. The win was not that difficult. I took about 1 damage. Yeah, I think I took 1 or 2 damage. But anyway, this is almost as interesting. They don't have a BL3, but they do have an Ion Blast 2 and mind control. This is actually the first ship with mind control that we have encountered so far. We are playing on normal, and the sensors person is just gonna stay there. We're not gonna fight them. Hopefully their mind control is not advanced enough for us to take damage from this. But either way, they do have a BL2, so I'm gonna go ahead and power the shields. We will use the kill them tactic. Yes, very explicit. So we're going to hack their shields. We have a breach missile that we... Okay, that was not good. The hacking drone actually collided with an asteroid, which means that I just lost a drone for nothing. But you know how it goes. Very important priority here is to have enough evasion so that the ion won't stack too much. For the moment, we are not going to use the cloak, so we're going to move the Zoltan to power the hacking properly. Of course, we really want... What we are really interested in having some sort of way to make sure that the BL2 is not going to do damage, or that the beam, the Pike beam, is not going to activate when the shields are pierced. Now, of course, our sensors person who would tell us how charged the weapons are is not available, so we have to make do with what we got. Now we're gonna wait for a bit. Now the ion is starting to stack, which is not good. We're going to wait a bit and for the fire beam to charge properly, because they unfortunately do have rock crew members, so you're going to have to use the anti-bio beam as well. The BL2 just fired, so I'm gonna go ahead and power the cloak. Hopefully this will enable the shields to recharge properly and us not to take damage from these. We are going ahead. The cloak is engaged. All shots have missed. It's time to engage the hacking. We should have done that a bit earlier. The mind control were off, so it is highly unlikely that we are going to get hull damage from sabotage. Their shields are down. The important thing is to engage to... First of all, let's kill crew members with the anti-bio beam. Now, normally we would have preferred to have some sort of indication of where they are. We had 2 engines here, a rock here, another rock here. Or was the rock here? I don't remember. Okay, fire beam is away, so these are going to scramble this way, which means that the anti-bio beam should do this, hopefully partially taking them out in the process. Now, remains to be seen how much damage the fire beam is going to do. We have an ion through that brings us down to 1 shield. This is because I made a mistake and I did not power the shields properly back up to 6 power. This means that we need to be extra careful now, because the Pike beam, while it doesn't look like it's charging right now, there's always a risk. Now the important part is that we get the shields up and running before the next Ion Blast 2 hits. Now we also have a BL2, which is not good. I'm going to go ahead and I am a bit twitchy on depowering the breach missile because we might need it. So I'm going to do the Zoltan hack, essentially moving a Zoltan from an ion system will bring back 1 power to be used on other systems. Now the anti-bio beam has charged, but our hacking has not cooled down yet, so we need to wait for this one. Let's power the oxygen back up. Now our shields person is the saboteur, which I am not particularly happy about, because they have enough time to do 1 level of damage, which combined with the ion would actually bring us down to only 1 shield when the IB2 hits. Our cloak is charged again. The BL2 just fired, and we would preferably engage in cloaking now, but I hope that one of them would miss so that I wouldn't need to do that. I'm going to go ahead and cloak, and I'm also going to hack. We have 100% evasion because we have level 4 expert weapon, expert engines, expert piloting. Now that their shields are down, we are going to engage the fire beam as before on their weapons first of all, like this. Even though I'm tempted to do it in a different manner. Now, what we want is the fire beam to go this way and the anti-bio beam to actually hit the crew members. Now I missed because I didn't anticipate that this crew member will move this way. They are scrambling to get their systems back up. Hopefully one of their weapons will go offline before they have a chance to fix the fire. Now I'm going to bring the Zoltan over here to help charge the shields. Now I still have 40% evasion, and that last ion missed. So right now, the best thing to do is to wait it out. Now the question is it gonna miss? Yes, it is. So we won't take damage just yet. Of course, now we need to power the shields back up and actually regain 1 power from the hacking system. So let's move the Zoltan on shields, so we will have max shields and max engines without compromising our O2. Now the cloaking is gonna cool down, so I'm actually going to go ahead. That was a mistake right there, by the way. If you're going to move a Zoltan away from a system that you want powered at all times, you need to remove 1 power from one of the other systems in order for the system to actually have, in order for the FTL to actually have the power from the reactor to automatically put back into that system. So now I temporarily had level 2 shields because I failed to do that. Now this is not good. They're mind controlling my shields person again, but hopefully we will have enough time to do this. Now another interesting thing is that we might not necessarily want to have their shields offline for too long because we don't actually want to deal hull damage. We just want to kill the people on board. So we are going to use the anti-bio beam right here to kill off their 2 rockmen, which are problematic in this respect. It's not gonna kill this one just yet. Now that we do that, the person who is fixing the clone bay, we might not want them there just yet. We don't want crew members to come back. So we're going to engage. Unfortunately, our fire beam did not ignite the clone bay, so they have now fixed their clone bay, which is not good because the rock crew member will be resurrected now. Because the cooldown for clone bay is in fact 4 seconds. So the rockman is going to come back, which is not good for us because we are counting on the fact that the clone bay is offline. Now, hopefully, and this is a problem, hopefully the fire will spread to the clone bay quickly enough so that the people inside will be killed. Now, see, the rockman is back there to fight the fire, which is not something that we want. Now let's bring the Zoltan to help the Mantis repair the system. The Pike beam just hit. Hacking is at full power, but we don't actually have the now we need to do this again. This is not good. Hopefully this will miss. It did miss. Bring power back to the oxygen. Our shields are down, so we are going to use the anti-bio beam again. This time we'll also use the fire beam on the we will not accept their offer because the fight is going too interestingly. Now my engines person is mind control, which is not particularly good because I will be unable to have 100% evasion. Now one of the rock crew members died, but the question is, will the clone bay go offline quickly enough in order to kill it? This remains to be seen. Now they also have a slug repair gel. It seems that the clone bay is properly offline, which is good, but we do have a problem in that their hull is dangerously low. We do not want to destroy their hull. We just want to kill the people inside. Now, they do in fact have a damaged oxygen system, and the AI is now doing something not particularly intelligent in attempting to move from a oxygenless room to something that has oxygen at the expense of repairing that system. Now hopefully they will not die before their oxygen is offline. Now we do want, and that was a mistake because I did not need hacking anymore, so I did in fact take 1 damage to the oxygen, which makes this a less than perfect fight. But either way, this should be a relatively easy win. Now I don't want to hack their shields again, because that will bring them down and will enable asteroids to hit their ship, which is not something that is particularly desirable. We will wait for the oxygen to go down, and we will in fact cloak because the BL2 recharged again. Okay, their crew member is about to die. And we have ourselves another member of our ship. Now, what we want to do with this one is actually put this individual on doors. Now, this is not an ideal situation because we do not necessarily want mantises on doors, but we don't want to put a Zoltan there either, and all my humans are maxed out on their specific skills. So what we're gonna do is going to wait for this to recharge, and then we're going to jump into the next fight. Now there's a store up there which I might want to go to, but not just yet. They're trying to shut down my engines. Now, here's the thing, I am counting on my hacking to bring down their shields in order to make the anti-bio beam and the fire beams effective. This could be a problem, because I don't have any other mechanism to do so. Now, an option is to wait for the breach missile to recharge, hit their shield system, then engage with a combat drone, bring down the last of the shield bubbles, and then do the beams. Now the question is, with 25% evasion, is it going to be enough to counter this missile? Now we do have a defense drone, and we do have enough drone parts for now. We are in the middle of Sector 7, as you saw earlier. So we are in fact not going to counter the remote hacking. We're just going to use the additional reactor power to power a Defense 1 drone that has a 30% chance of missing, by the way. So it's not foolproof. Now the question is, where did they beam? And the answer is they beamed in the sensors, which is relatively okay. They won't try to escape, so I might as well bring my mantis up there. Just have the use the hacking to on their shields. Now we want an additional level of power, so we're in fact going to bring the Zoltan over here. Now this one shoots twice, this one also shoots twice, and this one, well, let's just say, as a matter of fact, okay, that one missed, it would have hit the oxygen. Now we actually want cloaking, so we're gonna do just that, because we're not sure whether the defense drone will shut it down or not, and it did, but we don't want to take any chances yet. Let's engage the hacking. I should have done that earlier, but this is close enough. Now let's swap these two people out and actually, okay, this one has just upgraded their fighting abilities. We want the anti-bio beam to go after the rocks, but we want them to scramble into a different location because it doesn't have enough reach yet. Okay, one of their crew members is dead, but they do have a clone bay. Now I can draw this thing out and save one missile by by letting the crew member revive and everything, or I can put a breach missile, lose one missile, and make this fight very, very quick, which is what I'm going to do because no one is manning their piloting, so it is highly likely that it will hit, which it did. Now it also started a fire, but it did not breach, which is interesting because it normally would. their missile fired again, and hopefully we can take it out. Yes. The anti-bio beam and the fire beam have cooled down, but we do want oxygen though. We need to enable hacking again. And by doing this, first of all, the anti-bio beam, which we might be able to hit everyone at the same time. Almost kill this person. This one is... Maria is not really dead. Now they don't take fire damage, which is a bit annoying. Their NG is fixing the clone bay, which is also not really pleasant. They stopped, which is good for us anyway. Their missile is down, so might as well repurpose the power for some other stuff. Let's go ahead and heal these people. Why not? Now their O2 is down, so it's only a matter of time before they die. Because with their low level of health, they will not go back to attempt to repair it. They're trying to repair their shields, but it will ultimately prove to be futile. Because their days are numbered. They have their clone bay backup, which I don't like. So hopefully they're gonna... the clone bay is gonna get damaged quickly enough. Yep! Now, the Rock crew member, the Rock person, is doing something not particularly intelligent, but cannot blame. Okay, the NG is about to die as well. And we have won yet another fight. Now our things are back online. Look at all this scrap. We might as well upgrade these two. Now the interesting bit is that we are in a position where we don't actually need all of this because we can micromanage all this power. But I am going to go ahead and upgrade the piloting for a damage buffer, upgrade the O2 in case it gets hacked by a level 3 hacking system, upgrade cloaking, and I mean, I might as well just max the shields and also put another level of power in. Now I can also go with the drones or something, but I'm not really using them for now. We might also consider going with a level 3 hacking instead for the just in case the enemy has level 4 shields. In which case we might not necessarily want to bring our cloaking to level 2 and just add additional power bars, which is what I'm going to do. So now that we're here, might as well go to this one and then move this way. Let's see which kind of ship we're dealing with. Now we don't want an automated, which we got. The only way we can deal with an automated scout, by the way, we really don't want. This is our doors person. What we don't want is them to. We don't want them to destroy the medbay because that would deal 1 damage. Now we're also interested in them not charging their weapons all the time, which we can either mitigate using cloaking, or we're going to depower these because they don't do anything. We're just gonna max our engines. Now we're going to use the micro trick right here. which is moving this crew member back and forth. We're going to wait for the breach missile to hit. We're going to target it at their weapons. If there's a breach, the weapons will not automatically repair anymore. Now we don't want these two to fight. Just want to distract this person by moving in and out of the med bay so that they will not deal damage. Now that they're back over there, we let's hope that the missile will hit. The missile did not cause a breach, which is not good. But assuming that it hits consistently, then with 2 more missiles, we are going to destroy this enemy. That is interesting. Did they just collide midair? I did not think that Ion would be able to collide with anything. Now the thing is, this is not a particularly micro-taxing fight, simply because there's literally only one way to do this. Now, our missile missed. The question is it worth sending more and more missiles to this in the hopes that not all of them will miss all the time? Now let's try to hit key piloting instead. Now it missed again, which leads me to believe that their piloting is at about 50%. Now I can check this by hacking their piloting, which is what I'm going to do right now. It is 41%. I'm going to hack their piloting when I send in my breach missile. Now we do not want to kill out the Zoltan, even though they will in fact probably damage the cloaking system. Now their evasion is 0. Maybe I shouldn't have hacked this early on, but it's good enough. As long as the thing hits, we are home free. Now, it didn't cause a missile, it didn't cause a breach, which is particularly annoying because it has high breach chance. Now let's bring the crew members back. The next breach missile will in fact destroy the ship. Now let's save time and also heal our crew members. There we go. Okay, let's jump to the store. See how many jumps we have. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. We're looking pretty good. The pirates must be making you jumpy. Okay. Now we do have some of this. We do have the option of replacing one of our augs, but it's not particularly appealing right now. What we do want is heal just a bit. Get more drones, get more missiles. We don't need more fuel. Now, all of this is good for now. And we want to jump here. Hopefully it's going to be something interesting. We will fire a warning shot from our strongest weapon. Okay, we have another crew member. We have maxed our crew, which is great. Because, well, when we reach the flagship, we want to have as many crew members as possible in, spoiler alert, Phase 3. Okay. Now the question is, do we want to go to the store again? What would be something that we might want to find at a store that would be better than just going straight for the exit through a ship thingy? The answer is not a lot. You might as well fight the ship instead. It is another unmanned scout. They have beam drones and what seems to be a 2-shot heavy laser. And they also have this particularly annoying missile. So I'm going to repurpose some of the engines into a Defense 1 drone. We're going to leave the breach as it is. And as for the hacking, we are going to go with hacking the piloting yet again. Don't need 2 power though, so you might as well put this back into the engines. Now the question is this an Artemis or is this a Leto missile? The answer is, we don't want to find out. Now, their evasion is 0, and it started a fire. It did not cause a breach, which is a bit annoying, but what can you do? We don't actually need level 4 shields, but we might as well have them because, well, or else we're gonna put the damn defense drone didn't do its job. Now it might run out of missiles at some point. There we go. We have to wait. Actually, we don't. Their piloting is down. Let's go with their weapons. Why not? Now they're gonna slowly repair their piloting. Very slowly. So another with more missiles. This one did cause a breach, which means that it's not going to automatically repair itself. You might as well hit something random. I mean, we can't even hack this thing yet. There we go. It also caused a breach, but we can't see it on the screen. Let's go for the exit now. Search among the stores to see if someone will sell to you. Now, there's a chance that we're gonna hit an enemy, and there's a chance we're gonna have some free stuff. So let's go ahead. Some automated scout yet again with very similar characteristics. Now this is going to mean another 4 missiles down the drain. Now missiles are worth 8, and we might want to use missiles for the flagship, so I'm actually going to go ahead and not engage in this fight, even though we might get scrap rewards. Now, we can also engage, actually do engage. Why not? In which case we're going to get a nice amount of scrap, but yeah, we might not necessarily want to use all our missile stock on a simple, scout ship. Now, right now, I am betting on the fact that the missiles will prove more valuable at the flagship. So I'm just gonna power up the defense drone, and I'm just gonna wait it out. Here we are, the last stand. Okay. How's it looking so far? We have a number of repair stations. The base is right there. We do want to take on more ships. We don't want to take on these things, but we do want these parts. Might as well put some more reactor into my loadout. Now, if I have max cloak, hopefully I'm going to be able to get max cloak. If I have max cloak, I'm going to be able to avoid their first missile volley and their power surge at the same time. Now, with all this stuff, let's power all our beams and everything. Let's make the jump. Now, this is not particularly good because they have so many missile-based weapons, which means that I'm going to have to use a breach missile on their weapons so that the missiles will go offline quickly enough. Now, what I want to do is I want to hack their shields, and let's see what happens where they will beam. They will beam in the hacking system, which does not make me particularly happy. Now, we don't need shield recharge, but we might prefer to have quick weapon cooldown. We don't want to do this just yet. Now, 2 missiles have launched, so I'm going to have to cloak. I don't have a choice in the matter. Well, I do, but you know. Just gonna engage the defense drone. Need to micromanage this particular crew member. Do want hacking right about now. And we want to get ready to swap one of our crew members out, which is what we're going to do shortly. Right now, in fact. Their second set of missiles fired, which does not make me a happy person. This one actually fires only 2 shots, so I might as well take all the power from the shields up to that point and put it back into engines. Now is time to engage the anti-bio beam this way, the fire beam this way, and launch the breach missile. Now, we did get 1 hull damage from that missile. Let's heal our crew members. Now, there's another missile, but we do have a defense 1 drone. No. Damn it. That was not good. That was not good. That was particularly annoying, as a matter of fact. Now, I should have depowered the defense drone and waited for it to lock onto this one. But I didn't, because I wasn't paying attention properly. Now, is it going to do it? It's gonna work. Yes, it is. Cool. Okay, let's take the crew members and heal them now. Don't particularly need more than this much shielding. We're going to engage the hacking again. Now they do have their missiles back online, but they're staggered, which means that my defense drone should be able to take care of them properly. So let's go with the anti-bio beam first, and then go with the fire beam. Now their missile launched again. It also missed, but it doesn't really matter to the defense drone. Their clone bay is back up, which is not particularly good, but it isn't too much of a problem because all of their missiles are down and fires are raging in their respective compartments. Now let's do another hack. Now I could have used less power, but well, why not use all of it? Well, the answer is let's engage and fire on all decks. And now kill them both. Now this one cloned, which is not good. They have a more than level 1 clone bay. Hi Xavier, say hello to YouTube. I'm recording a Let's Play.
Hey man, how's it going?
It's going well.
YouTube.
Yeah, so right now the strategy is to kill off all the crew members, which we're going to do shortly. Unfortunately, we cannot hack their shields because all their shields are down, so we might as well do this, and we're done. Hey Xavier, if you're planning to go to bed, just tell me if I'm disturbing you whatsoever.
Take a nap first, then I'll go to bed.
Okay.
I don't know how long your video's gonna take.
Yeah, it's gonna finish real quick, but just in case it's not gonna finish by the time you're back, I'm just gonna move to a different room.
Okay, then I'll probably be done in 30-minute nap or something like that.
Cool, have fun. Now, we are at the repair station, we have our supplies back. We need to power the shields yet again. Now let's max our reactor just in case. Now, I am interested in getting the level 3 cloaking system in order to manage the aforementioned thing with the simultaneous power surge and the missile strike. Now this is not good, so we are in fact going to skip this fight, and it is not a good idea to keep people in the medbay in case it gets hacked, so don't do that. So what we are going to do is we are literally going to wait it out. Miss, miss. The enemies in the last stand are particularly vicious, and we want to power this defense drone right about now and make the jump. Let's jump to the repair station and then take these on this way. Or, so it's gonna one jump, it's gonna stay here, and then it's gonna do a jump either here or here. Right, 1, 2, 3. And then hopefully we can engage the flagship somewhere in between. Now the beeping that you're hearing in the background is the goddamn light that turns itself off. Okay, where are the boarders gonna arrive? Right about there, straight in the med bay. Now they don't have a hacking system, which is good. Well, they would have engaged it by now anyway. Now, we want to keep level 3 shields right here, but we don't need anything more, so we can repurpose the other 2 power to activate a defense drone. Now we do want to engage the hacking as soon as possible. We only need level 2 hacking, so I'm going to go ahead and repurpose one of the power into the engines. Or I can simply micromanage and just move the O2 every time a missile hits. Let's engage the hacking. Now we want the fire beam to go this way, and when the crew members are scrambling, we want to engage the anti-bio beam like this. That was a close one. Let's bring our crew members back. Another missile. Which is very interesting. I should have repowered the engines right there. Actually, I'm just gonna do that from the power to the med bay. Their med bay is down. Their missile hits again. Well, launches anyway. I'm gonna cloak this time. They don't want to take any chances with the defense drone. No, I should have waited for the big one, because we don't really care if the small one hits. But now it's a bit too late. So I'm just going to hack the systems and run an anti-bio beam like this, and the fire beam that goes through the med bay. Now this person has the med bay is actually good enough to heal this person. This one is dying, and now we're almost there. We do not want to risk it, but it seems that we're gonna get out of this fight unscathed. Continue. Let's jump to the repair beacon, go here, and then go here. We want that extra supply cache. Now hopefully we won't take damage here. They do have a fair number of drones though, which is not good, but their offensive capabilities are limited. We're going to use our previous tactic, which is just hack the shields, and we might as well want to power a defense drone like this. And let's engage the hacking, which is going to now we're early enough, it seems. Now the one small disadvantage is that they do in fact have a repair drone, but it is stranded, which is good. Our defense drone has been damaged by one of the lasers. We must now cloak in order to avoid that missile, wait for the defense drone to cool down, and then launch another one. Now we do have breach missiles that we can use if we want to, but right now we have no reason to. We want to go hacking once again and use the anti-bio beam like this. Now the defense drone did in fact properly destroy the incoming missile. Right now, we're just waiting for this person to die, and once they do, which is right about now, their missile has launched, so we must move quickly. Actually want to upgrade this to the max. Might as well want to pour more upgrades into the drone system. Medbay is good for now. We can go with one more level of engines. Don't need sensors because the flagship will block sensors up to level 2. You want this oxygen to be at level 2 in case it gets hacked. And now that we made the necessary upgrades, we're going to jump and engage the flagship. This is it, the final boss. Now the question is, what is it going to hack? The answer is it's going to hack the O2 system, which would have been a disaster had we not upgraded the O2 previously. You can see how quickly it declines. Now, we do have some priorities here, which are actually go ahead and hack their shields. We want to kill this person right away. We also want to make sure that the rest of the crew is dead, but first of all we need to destroy the missiles, then destroy the ion, then destroy this one. We leave this person alive, because otherwise it will turn into an automated ship and it's going to start repairing itself. Now when we do that, we are going to be in a position where we will not, where we cannot take damage anymore. Now the missiles are incoming, so I'm going to cloak. Now I don't have 100% evasion, so I'm going to take one from the hacking, just temporarily, and then put it back there. Now the beams and stuff have almost charged, so we're going to go like this. We're going to hack quickly. There we go. And that was really bad timing. We're in fact going to make a jump to the base because of this, in order to ensure that we will not take damage from the missiles. So we're going to meet the flagship at the base. Now hopefully they will not hack anything important. In this case they will hack the sensors, so let's just get this person out of there because we don't need them here anyway. Just gonna leave them in the med bay or something. Now what we want to do is do the same thing again. Hack their shields. But this time, instead of going right away, we're gonna wait for them to cloak and then decloak, and then we're gonna launch our offense. They're cloaking right now. Let's take from the oxygen and from the hacking. Actually, just from the hacking. Just so we don't get hit by all three of them. Now we can hack their system. We need to make sure that it misses. Shields are back at full strength. Now it's time to go all out. Going to do a fire beam like this, anti-bio beam, and then the breach. We have killed their missile operator. We won the defense drone back up. You're not gonna do it in time. We did get 1 damage on the sensors, but hopefully this is all the damage we're going to take this round. Now next up, don't actually need the defense drone anymore. Next thing that we're gonna do is we're going to take out the ion person. We're going to use exactly the same tactic. Breach missile, then fire beam and anti-bio beam. You can actually skip that. Just go with the fire / anti-bio beam. Now, this is not particularly good. Our system is hacked. Question is level 2 oxygen enough to fix a breach? And the answer is probably not. Now I can risk it and send one of my crew members there, but I don't want to do that, just in case. Now, I'm actually considering it. Your shields are down, which is very good because we can just do this. So, let's go with the anti-bio beam. Now, it would have been nice to have a slugged crew member, because then we would have to guess what's going on. I'm actually going to attempt to repair this quickly enough. Go back. I'm gonna do this in 2 stages, just to be sure. Right now, we're almost there, in the sense that we want to cloak right now. In the sense that we just use the anti-bio beam like this, and use the fire beam, why not? We want this person to stay alive at all times. Now let's go back and fix the rest of the hull breach. Now that the hull breach is fixed, we're actually not going to take any more damage from the flagship whatsoever, which is good. It's always nice, you know. Now let's see where everyone is, and see what we can do with this entire system. So let's bring them back out of there. Now their people are actually almost dead. Now their people are dead. Everyone except this one is dead, which is good. It's what we're aiming for with this loadout. Now we can go ahead and just use a combat drone, so we don't have to waste our missiles. This is going to be smooth sailing from now on. Just wait it out. Now we don't want this to happen. We don't want this person to die. But it's okay, they won't die. Now we might as well take these two and heal them up. And bring them over here. The first stage of the flagship is complete. Now that we did this, we don't need to repair, bring all our stuff back up. Let's see what we can upgrade. Now the second one has a lot of micromanagement, requires a lot of drones and stuff. We might want more evade, but we're not going to get that right now. It's useless to upgrade the sensors. We don't really need more stuff in the drones. We don't really need a level 2 medbay either. We're just gonna keep our stuff for now. Now let's jump over here and let's see what's what. Now they do have a defense 1 drone, so here's the trick. You launch the hacking system. Just as that one shoots, you depower it, wait a bit, and then repower it back again. Now, it didn't work, so let's do it again. Okay, let's power our medbay. We need to be on top of this. We need some sort of micromanagement because of their drone system. Let's do it again. Now we depower it, and repower it back up. We want the breach missile to do damage on their missiles first of all. We actually do not need the fire beam anymore. I also want to power the combat 1 drone. Why not? We're going to use it shortly anyway. So let's hack their systems. Now here's the thing. Their power surge coincides with their they do have a defense 1 drone, which means that our breach missile is probably not gonna do too much. We didn't think this through properly. So what we want to do is take the fire beam. That was a big mistake on my part. I should have anticipated the fact that... Now we open the adjacent doors just to be sure. I should have anticipated the fact that this was going to happen, and that we would in fact need a fire to destroy their drones. Now, I also made the mistake of not having a proper, not being properly synchronized with all the stuff that was going on. So now I took needless damage on the ship because of this particularly egregious mistake. Now, we can rectify this in a very simple way. Just fire at the, just put fire in the drone system. I might as well attempt this because it does have a 30% chance of missing, which it didn't. It's too bad. Let's use the Zoltan power sealing trick, which of course doesn't work right now. Now we are taking a whole lot of damage unnecessarily because of the mistake before. Wish I could have used this playthrough as an example of good play, but it seems that this might not necessarily be the case. Now we are taking more and more damage. We are taking damage to the weapons. We are taking lots of damage in lots of different directions. I am not on top of my micro right now, but it's okay. We just need to wait it out right now. Your defense drone is offline. Shoot the missiles. Their missiles are down. Power surge detected. We don't have enough right now, but it's okay. Where's the shields person? Where's the shields person? The shields person is not gonna be able to make it back on time, but it's okay. This power surge isn't over. I'm getting ahead of myself right now. We want the hacking back. We want to perform a breach in the laser room. I also want to do this through the shields. Now the correct way to do this is to use the 5-second cloaking so that it will synchronize with the power surges. Now we need to be quick enough so that the fire won't reach the oxygen bay and will not suffocate this crew member. We want this crew member alive at all costs. So right now we're waiting for us to win the phase 2. Now this time it didn't properly synchronize, so we put everything we have in the engines, but we did win this. So now all the drones are unpowered. Look at all these drones, holy crap. Okay, what do we upgrade? We might want mid-bay, but we're past this already. Doors are not necessarily something that we might want. Maybe we want piloting. Honestly, there's not something that we're in desperate need of. Or we don't even necessarily need an additional buffer in the drones. It would be nice to have enough to upgrade the engines, but it's not really necessary. Now we can upgrade the piloting, or we can just leave it as it is, but where's the fun in that? So let's go ahead and upgrade the piloting. Let's take all our crew members and heal them. Okay. Everyone in the mid bay is going to get healed regardless if they're sitting in a spot or not. Let's bring people back. We don't need you on the sensors. Why would we? Sensors are useless right now. We do have mind control in the next phase, though. Everything's looking good on our end. Let's not max the cloak just yet. Let's bring the flagship back. We are being mind controlled. Our shield person is being mind controlled. It's gonna bring shields down. It's gonna bring, I think, 2 levels of shields down. I'm not actually sure. Do want a combat drone. We also want a defense drone just in case. Now, I'm not gonna do that just yet. I'm going to wait for the power surge. Now this is the last phase, so I can go all out with the breach missile. So I'm actually gonna set an auto fire on their missile system. Now if I max the cloaking, I can survive through both this and the power surges as long as I don't fire. Now you can see that there's a fair amount of I wonder if these actually do damage to the Zoltan shield. I didn't actually check this at all before. I'm going to take from the hacking. Actually, I'm going to take everything from the hacking because we don't need it right now. We're going to take some damage on the cloaking. We're going to stay on top of it by opening adjacent doors and by powering oxygen level 2. Now our defense drone has been killed, which is not good, but it's not too bad either. Now the important part is to survive. Now what we're going to do is actually fire our anti-bio beam in order to end our fire beam. Why not? In order to depower, in order to discharge the cloak more quickly, so that the next power surge is going to get synchronized with the cloak. Now we have destroyed their missiles. We can destroy the mind control because it is kind of annoying, as a matter of fact. Let's hack their shields to move more quickly. Now the anti-bio beam is actually quite useless at the moment. This is not going to end well. Let's try not to kill any of our crew members as of yet. Now we are probably going to take a fair bit of damage right here. But we did have a system resist, which means that we do not take system damage. Now their breach missile missed, which is interesting. There's not that high of a chance for it to miss. Now that they don't have any missiles, we only need 1 level of cloaking. Don't need the defense drone anymore. We might put the combat drone in action. Right now, as it stands, we are almost guaranteed a win. Power surge detected, so we might want to cloak right about now. Huh. Is the other kind of power surge. Not particularly happy, because it just wasted this, but it is what it is. We're going to move quickly through this by going all out. don't actually need the anti-bio beam. It's just this thing is going to hit it quickly enough. We don't want any more fire. Don't need hacking either. I have a lot of unnecessary power right now. What we do want is this breach missile to go with to go and finish the job. Or we can just wait for the combat drone. We're going to win momentarily. There we go. And this is it. Thank you. I don't change your names. I'm just not creative enough to think of interesting ship names. Let's go to stats. Now, it's not particularly spectacular. We didn't get a lot of things. We did get one new achievement during this run, which is some people just like to watch ships burn. But other than that, that was the interesting bit of the run. This was me playing FTL. I hope you had a blast. I don't have Ion Blast, so that's not a valid pun. Anyway, see you some other time.